We'll begin with the Bears and Justin Fields, where he had one of the best overall starts of his career, rushed for 82 yards, second week in a row. He rushed for over 80 yards. This time he added a touchdown, finished as the QB5. I'll ignore the fact that Fields had a pick and was frankly lucky to escape without multiple turnovers. He had a lot of turnover-worthy plays, but he's just been playing a lot better. They've finally been using him as a runner much more. He's been getting more confident down the field as a passer. It seems like finally kind of striking up his connection with Darnell Mooney, even if Darnell Mooney has not spiked a week. As Fields' recent improved play finally made him a weekly streaming option. I'll begin with you, Kyle.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him coming into this game just purely based on volume. Like, what we saw from him early in the season was that the team was just petrified to ever let him drop back. And the way he's playing, like, you sort of understand their rationale, even if I think in the long run, a not great passer is probably still better than a good running game, but you can understand why. But recently, they've been flipping that script, and it hasn't punished them. So I don't think we're going to see like a large turn of events. We've only got 2 interceptions in the past 4 games from him, whereas we have 3 touchdowns. We have his 4 games, over 20 attempts, all in the past 4 games. And then not only the rushing, because all 4 of his best rushing games this year have come in his past 4 games, but design runs too. Like, it was very clear this wasn't just more dropbacks equals more scrambles. It was also more design runs used more tactically than we've seen in the past. So I don't care if he's not going to be the best passer. I still think he's got a lot of, headway to make there. If they're going to let him drop back more often, and then they're going to design runs that are almost guaranteed to get him to 8-9 carries for 50 plus yards a game, he's on that. He's finding a different way to be in that. There are a lot of guys between QB 8 and QB 15 type of range. And I kind of like him to be sort of at the top end of that range because rushing production is just broken for quarterbacks.
It is. And Kyle, he said at least 47 rushing yards in each of his past 5 starts. He's averaged at least 5.9 yards per carry in each of his past 5 starts. And it's really ramped up over the past 2 weeks. Like you said, we're 12 and 14 attempts. He's had at least a 120-yard rush in 3 of his past 5 games. So the rushing is really getting home. But then, like you said, the really key part even though it's still only like 20 to 25 attempts, they have jacked up the attempts. And 25 is like a plausible outcome now in any given week for Justin Fields. What are your thoughts on Justin Fields, Lawrence?
As far as the passing go, I'll take anything in the 20s for him, and he's done that the past 4 weeks. What he's also done is the past 4 weeks is hit the over on his passing yards because these books keep on disrespecting this man and giving him 150, 100. Now, he ain't just going for 300 yards, but he hitting the over. And when you could get him, I would have been good with 1 touchdown last night, but he threw 1 and he ran 1. Now, is he a QB streamer? I would actually ask the question, is he a QB starter? Weeks 4 through 7, he's QB7. In the past 3 weeks, he's QB4. And he's going to run. Now that the Bears are, Bears finally listen to people on Twitter. And, hey, maybe if we design runs for him, this will work. And it was extremely effective.
Someone get Arthur Smith on Twitter. Please let him listen to some advice from the Twitter eggs.
We trying. I'm about to just go down to Atlanta and have to fight him. But anyway.
Please do. Please.
And we got to remember, too, this Bears team, which currently sit at 3-4 right now, this is not a good roster. This is nothing to beat. So, I mean, you look at the Bears are 3-4, and then you look at a team like the Buccaneers that are 3-4. The Bears team is playing pretty good for what they got. Mind you, the Bears still not giving the most touches to their best running back. They're still refusing to do that, but that's cool. It's okay. That's what helped Justin Fields get his touchdown past Khalil Herbert right there. But a lot more, the offense looked a lot more functional with design runs for Justin Fields, getting them on the rollout, giving them time to scan the field. I saw times where he actually went through the progressions this game, whereas to last week, he completely just let a guy run wide open over the middle, and he took the deep ball. That's the kind of improvement I want to see. So when we're talking from a fantasy perspective, and like you said, the 82 rushing yards, he's going to give you that. And we've always talked about the quarterback play this season in fantasy and how there's only a few guys we could play. And with that being said, this guy might be a starter when you look at, you know, what everybody else is doing.
Yeah, he gets next week. He gets Dallas, which is a tough matchup. But after that, he gets the do we have a term for the opposite of a murderer's row? Because he gets like really good Samaritan's row, just giving away fantasy points type of deal. After that, it's in no particular order. I don't remember. It's Lions, Falcons, and Dolphins. Those teams are all bottom 6 and drop back EPA. So maybe you're not starting him with a ton of confidence. You're just hoping he gets the rushing production in this coming week, but you want to have him stashed for the next 3 weeks in a row because that is a really good stretch of fantasy production coming up.
Yeah, Lawrence, I was probably being pretty conservative when I said streamer instead of starter. It was maybe because, like, the problem this week, they are playing the Cowboys. Like, it's kind of hard to see that one going well for Justin. Again, too, I think he was lucky to escape with only 1 turnover last night. But so the Bears, who did not add him any weapons, they have to like lean into his live wire athleticism, playmaking ability. They are finally doing that. And I think on weeks where the matchup's better, where like Kyle said, is going to be many of the upcoming weeks, we're going to probably be playing Justin Fields, maybe over Matthew Stafford, maybe over Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, for sure. That dude's cooked.
Probably over Geno Smith. He'll be in the mix with Daniel Jones, Jimmy Garoppolo. Like, quarterback is just a crazy scene.
This matchup for against the Patriots was actually supposed to be not a good matchup for him on the road. I even as much of a Justin Fields believer I even was like, you know, this gonna be tough on the and like I thought Matthew Judon was in the backfield almost every play, every drop back he was back there. So it wasn't easy for him per se, but he made it work.
I mean, Pats were a top 5 EPA defense against quarterbacks coming in this game. Like, you would have thought you kind of think they would have eaten him alive, and he got out of there and crushed him, frankly.
Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, okay? Respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.